I want to thank you for joining me, author of Inspired Blessings, led by God to inspire the world with love, faith, and hope. My name is Jean Marie Prince, and this is my 29th video. I just want to thank you so much for following me along this journey. And the reason why I do these YouTubes and is so it kind of allows it to be a journey for me to remember all the different things that God has blessed me with, Inspired Blessings, because I know that I would forget a lot of the many things that God already blessed me in 1 year since the book has been out. And it's just amazing, from TV interview to newspaper articles to speaking at different churches, as well as doing a lot of book signings. And I'm just amazed. God just amazes me with what He's blessing me with. And the reason why I feel that God has blessed me with this opportunity, first of all, to take someone who's never had any formal experience in writing, but the fact that when I heard do the book in the fall of 2010, I took that leap of faith and I didn't even question it. And I'm so blessed that I really did do what God told me to do without even hesitating, because I would have never have known the fact that this would have been possible. And I guess, I just kind of want to address in the fact that God had blessed me with what had happened in Newtown, Connecticut, and in which an evil act had taken the lives of 20 children and 6 teachers. And so basically it's very sad that that happened, and it's just too many of these incidents that we are hearing, and we shouldn't be hearing this, because it's not something that we should just say, okay, here's another evil act. The thing is that I was just very sad, and this world is sad with what had happened. So I was inspired, just the way God had inspired me to write over 100 inspirations in different scenarios and different circumstances. And so I was inspired, and God inspired me to write actually 2 inspirations. And one inspiration is actually, it's for all the 20 children. And so this is in memory of them. And I want to thank Russ, who had also edited my book. He also had edited my inspirations very fast and didn't even want to be paid for it, because he just felt that, he feels that God is really blessing me with this gift that he wants, that I'm supposed to share it with others. And so the thing is that thank you, Russ, and I appreciate it. And I also enjoyed speaking with you yesterday, and about your wife. And I know that you mentioned the fact that Russ had lost his wife 4 months ago, and he's very devastated from it. And so with the conversation, I could just hear how much love he had for her. So I just she was blessed. You said that you were blessed to have her. Well, she was blessed to have you as well. Thank you, Russ. So this is called Our Little Angel. And so what I wanted to do is actually, I'm going to be going to Newtown, Connecticut, God willing, the day after Christmas, to hopefully find the connection of the right person to connect me to have this distributed to the families. And ironically, I actually did a book signing in Danbury, Connecticut, only 5 miles from where the shooting happened. And it actually was on Newtown Road in Morning Star Christian bookstore. And it was actually the day after the incident, and it was only like 5 miles away. So and then actually I even went into a Starbucks, and they were actually closed, and I didn't understand why a Starbucks would close. And it turns out one of the teachers was working there, and so they closed it in memory of her. So it was just a very sad situation. So this is called Our Little Angel, and this is a picture that I took of Robert Moses Bridge. And it goes like this. It was just an ordinary day when we got our little angel off to school, with backpack hanging, lunch pack in hand, and I love you kisses. Looking back at how cute and innocent our precious child looked made us smile with pride, and proud that we were blessed with God's little angel. Today was a day that changed our lives in the most surreal way. A horrible act, without any warning, snuffed the breath of life from our little angel. We were shocked, confused, and wondering, could this really be true? Not sure if we could go on, we needed to know what happened. As we cried in pain, we never realized how deep the ache could feel in our hearts. Our little angel's life flashed before our eyes the first time we saw God's little miracle. From the crib to the playpen, coos to the first words, and from crawling to walking. Our little angel's laughter was contagious to all who knew our precious child. The innocence of our little toddler was always such a sweet remembrance. Our little angel was not given the chance to grow, to live life fully. But why? We may never know, but with very deep anguish, we had to let our baby go. If we could have known, we would have shielded our precious one from that day's evil. We are so sorry, our little angel, that we were never given the chance to save you. We thought you were safe, and we wish we could have protected you. We will live with this pain forever, but we will pray that God will help us through it. We were blessed to have had you in our lives for a short time, but God must have missed you so much that He wanted you home. He will take care of you, our little angel, because of our great love for you. Our Father in heaven knew you way before we set our eyes upon you. So do not be afraid, because He is God who created you and blessed us. You will never fear anything evil anymore, because our God is greater. He will love you even more than we could ever think possible. Thank you, God, for giving us the pleasure of taking care of your little angel. Of course, we would have wished it would last a fuller lifetime. We may still not understand the meaning of our trial, and we may never know. So we are going to need your help every day to deal with this in your love. By your grace, please give us peace that surpasses all understanding. Most of all, please tell our little angel that we will miss our baby very much, and never will a day go by that we will not say, "We love you, our little angel." So I just hope that this inspiration will touch the families that had lost their little angel, and that they will know that this was inspired by God for me to write for them. And also, God is, for the teachers, I wanted to write something a little bit different. And it's called God Is Mourning With You, for the families that had lost their loved ones, the teachers who really sacrificed themselves for their students. God is mourning with you in this terrible loss of your loved one, which has taken all of us by surprise, with not even a hint that the breath of life was going to come to an abrupt ending. Your heart is aching from the death of your soul. God knows how deep that is, and it is breaking His heart also. He even knows what each tear represents running down your face. Throughout your pain, please understand that God is here for you. He loves you more than you could ever understand. It may not seem like that now, but just give Him a chance to show you. His outstretched arm is waiting to embrace you with His grace, and the power of His love will give you strength to keep you standing. God can find light in the darkest trials we are given, making that light shine brighter as time goes by with His grace. Take all your good memories of laughter, joyful times, special family moments, and braid them in the fullness of God's love by trusting Him. Each new day in the future will look brighter when time has mended some deep wounds. New joys and wonderful memories will then be intertwined with the past that will make a stronger rope for you to climb upward towards the sunrise of a new morning. Lifting one foot higher than the other, at times you may feel weak, sad, and depressed. And that is when you need to allow God to cup your foot in His hands to lift you up even higher. He will guide you one step at a time and raise your spirits to let you see the gift of a new day. Finally, you will enjoy warm rays of light shining on your face with the hope of a better tomorrow. So I can only pray that these families receiving these inspirations will be touched and that they know that and ironically, I had was watching the news, and on the fence, I think it was in candles, and it said, I believe it was faith, love, hope. And my book here, Inspired Blessings, led by God to inspire the world with love, faith, and hope. So maybe I was meant to write these inspirations for them, and the fact that, to let them know how sorry we all are that this had happened to them, and to the little children, and to the teachers who love them. And in this book, as you know, that I take the 4 themes, and like I said, the first theme being how God blessed me to be inspirational, to be a writer with no formal experience, and these inspirations are very long, and they were written, I would have to say, probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. How could that be possible without God giving me the talent to do it? Because I know myself, I've never been able to write something. So if I know that if I were to try to write something, it wouldn't have been good at all. But in here, I also then had spoke about the second theme being is that how I was found 2 days old in a bathroom, in a bathroom in Korea. And that's where my life started from. And so, what I see is how God had given me the purpose. And now I know the purpose is to really inspire the world with love, faith, and hope through His help in writing and helping me to write these. And then I also take the third theme. And the third theme being how I had put 40 inspirations in here. And basically what I would do is I would share why I wrote that inspiration. So one I would like to share with you today, because it was written after Columbine High School, okay? And I do feel that we are missing God in our schools, and I wanted people to know that as well. And so here, it's page 62, it starts. When the Columbine High School killings happened, my heart was aching for the children and their families. Why did this happen? Who is missing in our schools and homes? And it's God. And it's called Let Us Seek the Truth. School is where you learn about the history of the past and prepare yourself for the future. Our teachers are supposed to be our role models who help us to learn the things we do not know. It is also a time when we will seek friendships, that will last for a lifetime. Most of all, it is a place where we should not fear for the safety of our children. But things have changed. Children are killing other children. Too many for me to count. We never would have thought that this could have been possible. But the more we hear about it, the more we become tolerant of it. This should never be. We need, finally, to open our eyes wide and see that we need God back in our schools. Our children need to be able to pray when they feel the need. Now you can see that without God, we are lost. Children need to have a foundation that starts with God. He sets us on the right path to make the right choices in life. He teaches us to love one another, to be humble, and not to desire everything in the world. We are lacking God in our homes. We must have Him as our foundation. Parents, God desires us to seek Him for His guidance and protection for our children. So let us all seek His help, whether at home or in the schools. Then this world will be a much safer place for our children. May God open our eyes to seek the truth. And the Bible verses, but whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Proverbs 1:33. And I've always liked to end my videos with the tagline, which is called Keep Inspired Blessings Within Arm's Reach, to help give you comfort when others are at a loss for words. And with this, like I said, I will be delivering these, and I'm actually not going to put the video up on YouTube until after I deliver them. And I'm also going to be sending along with it a copy of my book, so maybe they can share it and read it, as well as over 10 other inspirations that I felt would be good for them to be able to read as well, and to be able to maybe give them some hope. and to let them know that God really does love them, and to have the faith that He will be there if you ask Him to help you through the situation. So I just want to thank you, and if you want to check out my website, it is of course www.inspiredblessings.com. So it's www.inspiredblessings.com. And again, I just want to say that I'm just so sorry of what had happened, and we can only pray that things get better. Thank you, and God bless.